Welcome to our studio, and things are changing around here because first we had this whole thing with the working from home, and then we also had a child. So we're redoing this whole room, and this is our office space, but we're also making it a guest room because our child took the guest room, so now it's a kid's room. Also, when we started producing a lot of YouTube, this computer, which was mine, went to Susie for the production, and she got this nice desk by FlexiSpot. And she also took my desk for the YouTube studio, so it disappeared upstairs where we made the new studio. So now I also got a FlexiSpot desk, and I'm pretty happy about that because when I was installing this one, it was really 15 minutes, and same thing with this one. And it comes in like 4 parts tops. And the only reason it's 15 minutes is because I spent 5 looking for my tools and 10 minutes assembling it. So truly, it's a 10-minute assembly. Things just click into place. And we've done a detailed video about that, so you can go and watch that one about the desk. But we'll focus on something else today because I do app development. And when I do that at work, and I have done that for over 10 years, everything is very well set up for me. I have giant setup and desk, and it rises, and I have ergonomics, and I also have multiple monitors always, and a large desk space, which is really good at making you efficient. And when it's just like this is actually what I've been doing right here. Right now is like a travel digital nomad setup that I've been using from home, and I want to upgrade that, so I have my setup with the big monitors that I'm used to. So I'll show you how we were able to do that. And if you're wondering why Einstein is behind me, I think Susie drew that when she was in school. So it's still here. So this is what we're going to be making. It's a much larger, more heavy-duty riser that should be able to fit 2 monitors and possibly a laptop, or at least the laptop can go on the desk space, and then 2 monitors over here, and maybe even have space for keyboard and everything else. So I'm pretty excited to try this out. Looks like we have 1 screw. This screw is used to attach monitor mount. Oh, so there's even a mount. I don't know if it came with it, but there is a mount. And the manual is here. I like that some companies still send manuals instead of waiting for you to go online and look through their websites, which are kind of like a jungle usually. Looks like it consists of only 4 pieces: a desktop, a keyboard tray, and ties for cables, and cable sleeve, which is great, so you can organize your cables. Here's the desktop bit. It comes in 1 piece, so that's really convenient, and it folds so it can travel more easily or ship. I don't know what this is yet. It's heavy, but not super heavy. And here's the other big piece, the keyboard tray, and that's really it. The other 2 things are extremely little. So that's the whole thing. So really the only thing to do is place this thing on the desk. Let's see how it goes, and I'm gonna lower the desk. This FlexiSpot desk is very nice for this purpose. It lowers very smoothly. So here's the whole thing. You just place it down as far as I can tell. So I have it here, and it looks like all I have to do is push the lever on this side, and then it will pop up, and it gets pretty tall. And I like that because it means that you can transform every flat surface to this. It's kind of height adjustable, but let's see if, see how it can assume a variety of heights. It can go from all the way down, or whenever you let go. So it transforms every surface to a height adjustable computer setup, and that is really clever. It does it with no motors, no electronics, no nothing. It's simply this mechanism right here with some rails. It's pretty clever, and it's very simple as well to use. So now that we have this thing extended, it looks like the only thing to do left is to attach this keyboard tray, and there's some little notches here to undo. Then we pick up the tray and place it into its groove here. That's easy. So here we go, it clicks in, and then it locks. So, and there you have it. The tray is in place, and so is the riser. And now we can see how it goes when we start putting some equipment on it. I have my solar powered keyboard that I've used forever because you don't have to worry about batteries or nothing. You just leave it on your desk and it works forever. I also have my mouse, always a trackball by a Logitech because it's by far the most ergonomic mouse. We'll see what we do with the laptop for now, because it's going to be the computer that is behind this whole setup, but I don't know exactly which way it's gonna go right now, so I'll rest it here. Here's the main reason we're doing all this. I need more monitors than the 13-inch on my laptop. 13-inch laptop is great for travel, but it's not too good for doing everyday work, so we can simply do this, and this makes it quite nice. It's already a pretty awesome setup. Let me lower the desk so you can see. You can begin with a simple desk. You obviously don't need my kind of desk here that is already adjustable. You can even start with a low height of a desk like this one, and it will go even to stand-up height for people like me that are 6'2". So it's a little low at this point, but I can work on this even standing up, even though it began as a very low desk. So with no adjustable desk and low, you can even go up to a stand-up height with no motor, nothing. It's very, very nice and easy. I want to go further though, because one monitor is not enough for me. I actually need TV as well. It's an old 720p old TV, but I need it because I work on TV apps. And this way, on this TV itself, I can output the app that is being developed or that is being tested. So that's gonna go on here. Over here, I'm gonna have my main work area where I do all my work with the large screen space. And then somewhere down here, I'm going to have my laptop, and usually I even make it so my laptop is open on the side somehow. So I could go like this. Getting a little crowded here, but that's okay. I can even have it here at times, but anyway, I like to have my laptop open as well. And my laptop tends to be for the sake of terminals open or chat windows open or so on. And typically when I work, and that goes for most software professionals, we use 3 monitors, and that requires a lot of disk space. And almost all risers, they come for 1 monitor, but they take up a lot of space. So this solution right here works because it allows me to have all the monitors laid out and have a ergonomic keyboard and mouse tray. And on top of that, it's height adjustable, so that's really, really neat. One thing to be of concern here is that this is now carrying a lot of heavy and expensive equipment. You want it to be stable, you don't want it to fall apart and drop your stuff. Another thing is you don't want it to be shaking as you're typing, because that will get really annoying. So given that there is height adjustable, there are moving parts, if I am to use it, I would say it's not 100%, but it's pretty stable. I don't see much stuff shaking as I'm typing, and that's a good thing. And it could be worse, it could be maybe a little better as well, but I commend it for what it is and how stable it is. Another thing to point out is that this is height adjustable and it can be used as a sitting desk as well. So what I'm going to do now is try that out. Right here is the lowering. It's very smooth and easy to lower it. It does not feel precarious at all. And you just pull up a chair and it becomes a sitting desk, and it's quite nice, honestly. Let's see if it shakes anymore. It becomes more stable, I would say, than when it's fully extended. So the most stable seems to be at the bottom, but it does not degrade the stability very much when you go up all the way in height. It's pretty good. So the main thing right here is that I get to control where the monitors are, and they can be leveled with my eyesight, and that way I don't have to bend my neck. Because let me show you what happens if I was to just use my laptop like many unfortunate people do out there. And you can do whatever you want, but once you put it down, if you want to see, you'll be hunched over like this, you see, and you're already starting to look like Quasimodo. And give it 5-10 years down the line, you'll be in excruciating pain every day of your life. So what you have to do is raise what you're looking at eye level. And this way, once you get set up, especially with this kind of mouse and everything, you barely actually move, and everything is leveled at a natural position. And that's your number one concern when you're working a desk job. It doesn't matter if it's software or not. And truly, one of the main reasons why working on the road is quite difficult for extended periods of time, and why co-working spaces exist, so that you can go with a laptop and actually get a setup like this somewhere else where you can just plug in. And those places are now thriving because of this exact concern. Otherwise, pain starts creeping from here all the way down to your fingertips, your wrists, everything. And it gets worse and worse and can cause lifelong injury. This is the top reason to be using a product like this. But I especially like the fact that this one is big enough to fit both of my monitors, because if you are trying to get two individual risers, it would be totally crowded over here and it wouldn't work as well. So in conclusion, I would say this is a good product, and along with the other products that I've seen by FlexiSpot, which is 2 discs, it keeps their thinking the same, which is make it very simple, very easy to use, very easy to put together. There are just a few moving parts. It's minimalism actually, and I like that a lot, because you don't want to get something too complicated. It's hard to use, hard to put together, and it's easier to fail if there's too much going on. But what these guys are focusing on, it's the usability and the simplicity in the same time, and I can easily say I'm a fan of that type of design.